All right. Hello, everybody. I need to reset some stats real quick. All right, cool. How's everybody doing? We're going to be wrapping up the Bell model today, which I don't think we have that much left to do, but you know, I think we just have to work on the internals, and then maybe I'll do rigging. Rigging's a bit annoying though, so I might just leave that for later on offline if I'm going to use it for stream UI or whatever. But hi, it's me. Welcome Cryphobia. Welcome Smile Guy, Devi, Goofy, Shadow, Penguin Man. Everybody welcome. I'm having this on the side so I won't be typing often. Alright, yeah, it's fine. I'm perfectly fine with being the noise someone has in the background while they're gaming or coding or doing homework or whatever. 225 XP, how do I catch up? You just gotta be an active chatter. It's me, the evil. Welcome. Alright. So we just have to work on internal components, which we're not gonna do. I think because of the way that I've weathered it, the fingers are fine, so we don't have to do that. We're just gonna have to do this arm, the torso, the legs. The legs are probably gonna be the easiest part, and then we gotta do the jaw. Though I think we're gonna leave the bottom jaw missing, but we do have to do the head. So, you know, needs a friend real bad. Who needs a friend? That so far is pretty good. Yeah, I especially like the weathering that we've been able to apply to like the textures, at least for the face mask. Maybe I'd have to do another pass on the fabric here at some point. But the legs too. Legs are looking pretty good. It's all looking pretty tip-top shape. But we do have to add internal components, so we should probably let's just get started. Let's jump right into it. Let's not waste any more time. For those of you who don't know, this is going to be not my last stream ever, but last stream for a little bit, because I'm going to have to get the second half of my teeth, wisdom teeth, taken out. So, enjoy it, because I'm going to be away for a bit. What is it? Snap cursor warlord. There we go. This is back character. It's Bell, a stream original. They're not going to be used for Mackenzie's Learning Lodge or anything, but you know, they're a cool design. I wanted to make them anyway, just for stream. Alright, let's shrink this down. I think we want to get something kind of boxy for the torso, and then the arms can be kind of just like tubes with ball joints, I'm thinking. That's the vibe anyway. Hold on, let's clear out some of this stuff so it's a little easier to work with. If I do Alt-H, yeah, it brings up that stuff. We don't really need that anymore though. So let's delete that. Did it bring up anything else? No? Alright, we're good. Yeah, alright, so we'll hide all the stuff that we don't need. We don't need this fur coat right now, or these wings, or this neck. We're gonna make something make Belle something original, or is she just for funsies? Maybe a bit of both. I might make like a YouTube short with a scene build for her at some point or something, but for now it's just for funsies. Cryphobia ended up drawing the design for her. Here it is. Look, it's lovely. Gonna go ahead and hide these though for now. Not because I don't like them, but I need to focus on endos now. I could probably just have a bit of a bar going in the center. Maybe shrink it down on the Z-axis and then bring it back a bit. Or honestly, yeah, let's bring it back just a little bit. Because then we could get silly with its design and add like ribs. I redesigned Gauge, making it my own thing. I'll have to check it out after stream, and I won't forget this time. I forgot last time, but I ended up reposting it anyway because I felt bad for forgetting. But this time we won't forget. We will remember. Let's. Okay, honestly, you know what? Can I make this like wireframe for a minute? I'll just hide. Whatever. It's fine. Hide. Okay. Bring this up a little bit, and we'll make these ribs. And then one more set, probably. Extrude, Alt-S. Okay. And which one is... That's not it. One of these is... Is that it? There we go. Alt-S. Nope, didn't want to do that. And let me extrude these out. Extrude. Lovely. Gives it a bit of a bony look while also still being reasonable that it's useful for a robot. Is there going to be a new character soon? Not for Mackenzie. Mackenzie's, I'm not adding any new characters. Other than the Hellfawn, but that's already added, just not shown yet. Otherwise, no. Not for that series. In general, yeah. I plan to make all sorts of new stuff. What if Megalo is a character in FNAF and we play as him in Secret of the Mimic DLC? Yeah, I haven't been telling you guys, but I'm actually in cahoots with Scott Cawthon. Everything I make is official. I forgot to tell y'all. Let's bring this down. No, it was actually pretty good right about there. Yeah, okay. Once we do the skeleton, we're gonna have to make sure everything's lined up proper, and the head can be its own, like, little ball joint tube thing, right? Then we bring this down. And then we're gonna need hips. But that can also be another cube. Add. It's a thing that I love about rigid robotics and stuff and like internal components. They're not supposed to look pretty at all. So you just make them look however is most practical. Okay, so that works. And make it a little bit wider. Maybe not too much wider. We can add ball joints, which we would need to bring it down a bit. Actually, hold on. Let's hide this. We can get silly with it. There we go. That looks more like a pelvis panel. Where's... God, which one is it? Is it this cube? Okay, yeah, cool. I can actually go a bit lower. Bring this a bit lower. Bring this up. And there we go. I wonder what Goofy drew. Goofy draw some. This looks fire, and sorry I haven't been in the streams lately. No problem, and also appreciate it. Yeah, I'll give you all a break if you can't show up to a stream. I won't be too mean about it. I think that's a good enough pelvis for now. And then these can probably just be tubes with ball joints, which we should start adding ball joints. I find it a lot easier, honestly, to make a cube for a ball joint than I do an actual ball just for like UV editing, which seems counterintuitive, but it's honestly, you know, a little pro tip, just subdivide a cube and then transform it to sphere and it looks way better. Okay. Bring it down. We'll move it right about there. Doesn't have to look perfect, just has to look like it could potentially maybe work with some silly logic. I'm back and I'm having Hot Pockets and ginger ale for lunch. Hell yeah, welcome back. I got the cool notification, so I was here since it started. Hell yeah. Notification squad, rise up. And we can duplicate this. We'll make these shoulder joints. I'll need to hide it a bit for this. Yeah, that works. Although I'm gonna have to mirror this one, probably make it smaller. Mirror. There we go. Duplicate, bring it down, and then we need, what do you call it? Hip joints. Maybe these ones can be bigger, just to fill out a cube. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That works a little bit better, although it's a little far back. Hold on. Actually, hold on. Wait, there's an easier way to do this. Set origin geometry. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, hold on. Apply, set origin, geometry, Alt G. There we go. Let me bring it down. Now it's absolute center. So let's bring these back up. Also, what's up with let's go gambling in the corner? Don't worry about it. It's just a little bit of stream lore. A couple relics down there of our history. I'm gonna add Bell to it pretty soon. Okay, so those work for the hip joints. Now we need to figure out legs, which should probably be pretty easy to figure out, honestly. Tube cylinder. That'll do it. Let me hide that. Let me bring it back. No, that. There we go. All the way down. It's not quite at the center, but it's going to be rigid anyway, so it honestly doesn't really matter all that much. Hey, Megla modeling. Yep, we modeling. Like gambling on my house. I've lost a lot of houses. Spoken like a true gambler. Alright. Duplicate. Down. That should be good. Honestly, I think we can model the feet a little bit higher up so that this is kind of covering it. That's what bell bottoms do anyway, so I think we can work with it. Bring it down a bit. And then separate. And then mirror. Lovely. Still remember the bad bow plush model? Yeah, we don't talk about it. It's rough. Oh hey Megla, where's my disco ball necklace? We'll add it after. Don't you worry. It'll be shattered and broken, but it will be a necklace. Okay. Duplicate. And rotate 90 degrees, negative 90 degrees. I'm gonna have to move it back. So this will probably be the shoulder joint, which means I'm gonna have to move it. Where is the body? Hold on. That's not the body. That's not the body either. Which one's the body? I'm lost. Hold on. We'll just Alt H. Hide. 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 That's the body. Gotcha. Okay. So we'll have to move it a bit forward to line it up with the actual arm. Rotate Z. But this will be a shoulder joint. So it makes sense. Actually, before we rotate it, scale it up. Lovely. And now we rotate it along Z, bring it forward. Lovely. Honestly, maybe rotate along the X a little bit. And that's a shoulder joint. There you go. Megla doesn't have a name yet. It's Belle the Bat. Maybe after you're done with the bat, you could take some pictures and show them in the stream museum. Yeah, I'll make a couple renders of it. Get it set up nice and proper. I still need to clean up that diver suit model that I made a while back. Although honestly, I just want to redo it. I'm being honest. I feel like I could do better. Okay. We've duplicated this so it's different. Y-axis? Yeah, okay. Make it super little. Is that proper? Let's make it a little bit up, a little bit forward, and that should be good. Alright. And then we make the tube. Duplicate. Grab it. Actually, no. We should probably just start with a regular tube. Or no, these ones. These ones are lined up. We already got this set up. The fingers, well, yeah, that's because it's a bat, so if we turn on, where is it? One of these is the thing. Yeah, there we go. The wings looks a little better with the wings, but you know, bats do got weird fingers, as you can tell. Look at them phalanges. All right, rotate 90, bring it that way, scale it down. About how long do we want the arm to be? Maybe a little bit less. That should be good. And then if we rotate it, we're about... Oh no, that doesn't terminate properly. Okay, hold on. That's alright, we can scale it down. Your character would be on my crossover bat art sometime. Hell yeah. Also, what gender is Belle? Because it could still be a guy. Belle is a lady. Where... I think it's this plane. Yep, I'm getting the hang of it. Normal. There we go. Honestly, it might be better to just do X-ray for now. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot easier to manage. Alright, so we move it to right about there. And then we'll duplicate it, move it up here. And this one will terminate earlier. Right about here. And bring it down. And that'll be as far as it gets modeled aside from this joint. I need to add the joint. Duplicate. Scale up, but just a little bit. Honestly, maybe scale down. It can be a little bit floaty. It doesn't matter too much. Separate selection. Alright, cool. She's been referred to a lot as a she, so I'm pretty sure Belle's one. Yeah. She's a girl. Her eyelashes were vaporized in a horrible fire at the Bat family reunion. Yeah, makes sense. This gives me memories when my mom used to take me to showbiz. Hell yeah. I wish I got to go to showbiz. Never did though. Okay, so that's not mirrored on this side, which honestly good. We don't need it on that side. Time to start applying modifiers. Little bits and pieces. We could probably merge this with this because it's not meant to move at all. Merge these two because they're meant to move together. Merge. Wait, no, separate. Selection there. And merge these two because they're meant to move together, and this one will be loose. We don't need this one on this side because you're not going to see that far in. Why is it not? Oh wait, yeah, apply. Duh. Apply, apply. Okay, cool. So then now I should be able to edit it. There we go. Delete. Let's go with the Undertale music. Hell yeah. Undertale rocks. Although I gotta say, I've not been in the loop with Deltarune, yet my algorithm keeps insisting that I must watch Deltarune videos. So I guess I have to play it at some point, but I've never played the game, and yet I know a lot about it already because my YouTube algorithm, my Twitter algorithm, my everything algorithm insists that I simply must know every single thing about Deltarune, no matter how much I do not look into it. So, a voodoo curse has been placed upon me. Smooth. Oh, we're missing a ball joint. Career over. Shouldn't have even become a 3D artist if I'm being honest. This is a shameful mess up. Alright, so we can bring that down there. That'll fix it. My honor's restored. Alright. How are we looking? That's looking pretty set up. Minus the materials, obviously, but that's, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Not gonna lie. Alright, now we just need to apply materials. Hold on. No. Or we can keep it in this view, but let's just set it up as its own window. Oh, okay, well, it didn't do it. Make this normal. Bring this down. And just clean up a little bit. Hide all this useless information. All these gizmos and gadgets and bits and baubles and doodads and thingamajigs. We don't need them. No, one more. One more. There we go. And then Control B just to see this much. There we go. If you play Undertale, please put Sans hitting the default dance in the museum. Hell yeah. A lot more funny little guys in Deltarune in the last update. Didn't happen 10 years ago. Nice. This is a Raven or something completely different. It's Belle, the bat. Not canon to Mackenzie's, but canon to stream. Oh yeah, we need the head joint. I think... Should we add a head plate? We're here. We're doing it. Why not? Now is not the time to skimp out and get lazy. I know we need to add the neck bit for sure, but head plate was more an optional goof. Okay, your hand's getting in the way of exactly where I need to see. Scale this on the Y. Scale on the X. Bring it forward. Lovely. Let's bring this up to a. Bring these down. Is this mirrored? Okay, yeah, it is. Bring it down. Lovely. This should be good. That'll work as a little faceplate. And then we need a neck pipe of sorts. Wait, it doesn't need to be the same object. Cylinder. Scale. Bring it up. Bring it down. It's on normals. We gotta fix that. Alright, there we go. Lovely. Honk shoe. True. I can't type English anymore. Damn. Can this also be Q&A? You don't have to change the title of the stream if yes. Yeah, you can ask me a question. Bell with gamer posture. Yeah, we gotta make a little connection here. Maybe I can cheese it. Hold on. I love Cheez-Its. Bring this upward a bit. Scale everything down a bit along everything but the z-axis, and then we just extrude this bit forward. It's cheating, but, you know, in 3D modeling, if it works, it works. Let's select these two, and then this loop, and just bring it up a bit. There we go. That works a little bit. Oh, no, it doesn't. Hold on. Wait. I didn't check which way was forward. Maybe I should have done that. Is this forward? It is. Okay. We're back. We're back in business. I swear I'm a professional. Don't question my skills. There we go. See, if you're ever wondering why the next Mackenzie's episode is taking too long, it's because of things like that. It's because, frankly, I have no idea what I'm doing. What are you gonna do when Mackenzie's is over? I have a whole folder full of ideas, which I don't have the folder open. Hold on. Let me go to stream. I can hide display capture. There we go. That way I can pull up folders without spoiling anything. Desktop. Just enjoy the void for a moment. YouTube series ideas. Lovely. Now I can actually show the screen. I won't spoil any of the actual contents of the ideas, but I'll rattle off a couple of names of things that I have. I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 ideas for some standalone videos, some series. And I have a couple of them are named. One of them is Bartender. One of them is Chica's Party World Reimagined, Dinosaur VHS, a gas station horror idea, a horror concept dealing with infinite matter production and the implications of that. And I have a game idea, but again, I don't know how to make games, so you know. There's a reason why Mackenzie's doesn't have a game yet, even though everybody keeps asking me for it. I don't know how to make games. But I have an interactive game remake idea, which involves an entirely original game, but it acts as though it's a remake of a game that never existed, and you can't beat the game unless you swap back and forth between the remaster and the quote-unquote original version of the game, which I think could be really cool, but I don't know how to make games yet, so I'd have to learn how to make games first. Something called Live Curtains, a potential Slender rewrite, although I'm not 100% about that. Something called Taken at Point Nemo, which I think I really want to make next. That one's the most fun to me so far. And then Where the Wild Things Are, horror short. So that's what you have to look forward to. I didn't mean to open up Microsoft. Go away. I didn't need help. Leave me alone. Alright. Did I just get doxxed? Okay, hold on. I think hold on. Did that show up in stream? Let me go back a few seconds. Gotta comb through. I hate Avast. Why does it say it was an hour and 30 seconds? 16 ideas, Jesus, sorry for religion. Yeah, no, it's wild. I have a lot of ideas that are cooking in my brain. Oh, I guess that popped up. Okay, thank God Avast doesn't show up. Dude, I hate Avast so much. It'll literally just be like, hey, I noticed you were browsing the internet. Here's your live location and IP information, and I know you didn't ask for this, but I'm gonna put it up on screen. It's like, okay, thanks, Avast. At least it doesn't show up in OBS, but dear God, that's horrible. It's a horrible safety feature. Hey, Megla, I want to ask, does Mackenzie have a gender, or are you still, like, thinking about it? Mackenzie is a girl, but she has antlers, but don't think about why too much. She's a girl. It's probably because the people who made Mackenzie's Learning Lodge are idiots, and not because I'm an idiot. That's not possible. I'm not an idiot. But yes, Mackenzie's a girl. Okay, it's been a while. So why does the guy in Underpark video get teleported to the back room by Mackenzie? I can't answer without spoiling too much. But you'll just have to see. So many girl animatronics, how nice. Yeah, I'm a real rep of girl power. I'm a feminist. Let's see, what do we do next? I mean, that kind of... So, oh yeah, ball joint. That'll probably help. Hold on. Shade, auto smooth. Lovely. I love auto smooth. Solves so many issues. And then we could probably just duplicate this and move it up. Up, up, up and away. Scale it down. Bring it down, down, and then forward. And maybe scale it up a bit. Bring it back up. Lovely. And then we merge that with that. Lovely. Alright. Makes sense. People don't pay attention to facts when making stuff. Yeah, I will say, I try my best to make things consistent, but there are a couple things that people will point out and they'll be like, huh, I wonder if there's a lore reason why this and that and the other, and I have to kind of like wince to myself and be like, oh, I didn't think about that. I might be an idiot. It's my first series, you know? Gotta cut me a little bit of slack. I'm trying my best out here. Okay, that's looking good. What? Oh, bro, I joined, and from what angle? The first thing I thought I saw was something cucumber-like. Oh yeah. What is Michael modeling? Shaking my head. Yeah, there's no phalluses on this thing. All right. Don't worry. This is on YouTube. Don't take down the stream, YouTube AI. There's no genitalia. It's a robot. But that should be the basic structure done. I know you probably won't give me an answer, but first, what is this bat for? And second, what's it do, or what's its personality? This bat is not from Mackenzie's, so I'm fine answering questions about it. It's a stream character that Cryphobia came up with, and I just decided it was cool to model. I think it's because we were talking about bats, and we were just like talking about how bats are cool, which bats are cool, if you didn't know. Consider yourself informed. But I just thought it was a cool concept, so I'm modeling it, and we're probably gonna put it. You can see the little shelf below the stream window. It's right down there. Probably gonna take a render of her and put her down there, and it'll be cool. It'll be awesome. Will she have a cloth with physics? That might be a bit too much work for now. Maybe in the future, but for now it's just gonna be. I want to get it posable. I want to get it posable and make a little render and put it on the bottom shelf. And that's all I want to do for now. It's looking good. Now we just need to add metal, which, hold on. How do we, I'm gonna hide this. I need to add metal material. So I'll hide stream again, just in case I labeled these materials something spoilery in my material library. Hold on. Display capture, hide, material library, open up, material collection, because I want to be like, oh, I labeled this health on metal 3 or something. Where is it? Scraped metal. There we go. Apply. That's the good stuff. That's what you like to see. Alright, now I don't need to hide anymore. We're back. It looks off. How so? I'm open to criticism. We are doing this live, so it's any criticism would actually be appreciated. Scraped metal. Yeah, bats are really freaking cool. I used to be obsessed with them from a furry angle, and I still really like them, even if I've moved on to foxes, wolves, and unicorns. Yeah, bats just rock. Bats are, how do you say, pretty freaking rad, in my opinion. I think Belle's pretty, indeed. She's beautiful, in her own way. Let's just join these two, actually. Why not? Scraped metal. And the tubes are probably going to be PVC. Although it could work as metal. I wanna make it as is dynamic the word? I want to make it as varied as possible. So we'll make the tubes PVC. I need to add a new black material. Although, maybe not. Let's see what it looks like in rendered view. Yeah, okay, that's the material that I wanted. Alright, material 14, we'll name it Black Rough. Just so I can remember. Kind of imagined her being flexible, I don't know why. Makes sense. Although I feel that's more lilac-coated. At least for the time being, anyway. No, not new material, hold on. I keep making new materials and it's really not efficient. Okay, so that's one material. How do I have so many materials? Hold on. Can I get rid of orphan data? Unassigned. Purge. Delete it all. Cool. Alright, did that solve my problem? Yes, a couple of plain white materials are missing now. Except for... Oh, that's a shaded material. Alright, cool. So this one will be PVC. I really should have named these along the way, but I'm not, again, I'm not a professional, as they say. How many arms does the Hellfawn have? You'll just have to see. I'm being secretive about the Hellfawn, but you might see, I will say this, since y'all showed up for stream chat, I will give a little piece of information about the next video. You might see part of the Hellfawn in the next video. So that'll hopefully be exciting for y'all. It's been ages since I've joined a Megla stream. Welcome, Cobbs. Welcome back. My friend keeps telling me about the ships he has for the animatronics. Nice. You love to see it. Let's add the black rough material again. Oh, these were already assigned. Does that look good? Yes, it does. Lovely. I'm gonna need to do black rough for that too. That'll work out. Is it applied down here too? No, it's a metal ball, which don't make any sense. New black rough assign. Lovely. Also here. Nice. And new, or not new, god damn it. PVC. That's what I wanted. I call it Mackenzie. Rhymes with Grug, hell yeah. Bat gums, yeah. I had a nightmare where Mackenzie stuffed me into Lila's suit and then I ate a kid hiding. I missed the live stream. What happened? We added a endoskeleton, but we're not done yet. The live stream's not over. You still got time to chat. Add another slot. Black roof. Sign. Is that looking proper? Yes, it is. And then we add PVC to this one. PVC. Lovely. Alright, let's hide these for now. So we get a good look at how the PVC is going to look. It's looking a little bit funky shading-wise. I know how to fix it. Edge. Mark sharp. There we go. Looks a little bit better. This is so bad. True. One day when they're finished, I need to see Gage and Side Sam to dap up each other Predator 2 style. Hell yeah. That'd be probably kind of awesome. Okay, so let's go to shading and change up how this PVC pipe looks. Alright. For now it's pure white. I don't know what I just did there, but we'll ignore it. Noise texture and a color ramp. This is, you might not know it, but this right here, this is the setup for 90% of textures in Blender. Is noise texture, color ramp. There you go. You're way too underrated, man. I appreciate it. Honestly, I agree. I need more people to appreciate my work. Everyone must. Alright, so we want it to be a little bit caramel colored. Bring up the dirt a bit, scale it down, make it detailed, rough it up. Nah, don't rough it up. Scale it a bit more up. It's looking pretty good, honestly. I don't think we need to change too much. Although maybe we can add an intermittent color that's a bit closer here and it's a bit darker, maybe like yellowish brownish. Yeah, that makes it seem a little more dirtied up. That's good. That works. This isn't PVC over here. PVC. Lovely. Alright, so if we go back to layout and we unhide everything, that's looking pretty good. We do need to unwrap the ribcage real quick. Can't wait for the Evil Weevil. I'm gonna eat real quick. Alright. Evil Weevil inbound. Let's hide this. Oh god. Looking a little silly up there. Kind of reminds me of like a walrus. That's interesting. Alright. And the neat trick. Good thing about stuff like this, I just need the seams. I don't actually care about how the texture looks. So guess what? I don't even need to UV unwrap. Just smart UV project and unwrap it by angle. And there you go. Suddenly it works. Now it looks not messed up and actually proper. It's beautiful. Alright, let's hide this. Does this look good? Yep, looks alright. Okay. Alt hide. And that's pretty good. The question is, do we want... No, I'm gonna select that. Do we want to adjust the color of the metal? That's the real question. Okay, I'm back with another question that I forgot to ask you during your 10K subscriber stream. Are you the cameraman / woman from the character videos at the beginning of the series from a group, or what? Like, do I voice act the main character? I voice act the Winter Watch. I don't know if you're talking about like something else in lore with like some of the earlier videos or not, but if the question is if I voice act the character, it's yes. What color do we want this? I'm gonna see if I can experiment with something a little less bronzish. Maybe a bit more gold. Maybe rose gold. Maybe like a blue steel. Yeah, I think steel fits this vibe a bit more than bronze. Alright, yeah, we'll go with that. Alright, and then I'm gonna keep it real. I still feel like this is too flat. I don't know what it is. Let's mess with it a little bit. Just before we get into proper rigging, there's something I gotta do. There's something just ain't quite right. Scale this up. Nope, that's not it. Maybe we add another bump. Maybe add noise texture. and a color ramp. We crank that up. And we map that to, I guess, object. Oh no, because when we move object, hold on, wait, isn't that going to like... No, it doesn't seem to be changing the texture of it. Or, well, let's maybe deform it. Yeah, it does. Okay, so we don't want it mapped to object. Is this mapped to object too? Yeah, we don't want that. UV. UV. Well, either that broke it or it's tiny. It broke it. Okay, so we don't have UV. Normal? That kind of works actually for... I mean, if I do it right and I bring down the intensity. Maybe like a 0.25. Yeah, that makes it... Okay, that makes it look way better. Not gonna lie. That's looking pretty good. Big fan of that. So then, do I do the same for... We just generated for this. And I just scale it up. Yeah, there we go. And it's just like a normal felt. That should work. That should do it. I mean, the videos like Hide and Seek and Links in the Arcade. So like the original videos before I did the rebranding and the actual Lodge stuff. I will say there's interesting lore behind the person who's behind that camera, but it's not the person. It's not the Winter Watch, if that's the question. But there is something interesting that I've not heard anybody arrive to the conclusion of about the person behind the camera for those original videos where they keep dying over and over again. So, if you're gonna get theory crafting, that is a underappreciated section of the series so far. Okay. Maybe we make these a little bit stronger, but just a tad bit. Maybe make it 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, there we go. It makes it look like it even has like little folds in the fabric. I kind of like that. Maybe we make it 4. Yeah, there we go. That's properly textured. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's good, that's good. I'll leave it. That reminds me of something, but I just can't think about it. Interesting. Is it possible that it's the purple Teletubby? Because I've heard that before. I'm back. Welcome back, Goofy. Hi, welcome. Okay. Save. Cool. I think that's about it, other than a necklace. So I'd have to add a necklace, although the neck is kind of ripped out. I don't know where I'd put the necklace. We might have to compromise and say no necklace. Because if I'm being honest, I also don't know how I'd go about rigging that and setting it up. I think sadly no necklace. I think we're gonna have to do without for now. My apologies. Oh yeah, feet. I forgot about feet. Honestly, let's just move these up. Look, I don't want it to be on normals. Global. There we go. Bring it up a little bit. I kind of want them to be hidden feet, though. I don't know. How do we feel about the feet? Do we see anything there? No? Okay. Well, let's just make this solid for now. My little brother came up to the PC and said, "That's John Pork." It is John Pork. John Pork is calling. Will you answer? Oh god, the eye. I forgot about the eye. Pick up your phone. Hello, I'm gonna help the Mackenzie's Learning Lodge theorists by asking random questions. Glad to hear it. We've already got a pretty major lore drop so far. See what else you can figure out. Honestly, I think we can just leave the feet. Maybe they were detached. Maybe they were meant to be a standstill character, and they kind of ripped themselves up and just started walking. We'll go with that. That's my explanation. Definitely not that I'm lazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Lazy? Not me. Couldn't be me. Here's the question. Do we use Rigify, or do we just rig it normal? It's the date that Mackenzie's takes place in. Depends on if you mean just the bits that we see, or in the entirety of the lore. Because if it's the entirety of the lore, it's a much larger period of time than what we see. But if you're talking about Mackenzie's Learning Lodge itself, the Winter Watchman goes up in the winter of 1999. Just before the year 2000. Okay, I think... Because technically you could turn any rig into a Rigify rig, but you know, we'll just do basic. We'll just do basic. It just needs to work. It needs to move, and that's it. I don't need anything crazy. It just needs to work. Let's make this in front. Alright, you're gonna get a little peek into how rigging works. Let's hide all the externals just for a bit and focus on Endo. GZ. This orb is off-center. That shouldn't be the case. N. Not quad remesher. Item. Is it the x-axis? No, the y-axis. 0. There we go. Now it's centered, I think. Maybe, possibly. Is this also centered? It is. Cool. Okay, nice. Next question. What does the Morse code say in the Morse video? I think someone decoded the Morse code in the Morse video. It's in the comment section of it. You'd have to go back to the video because I don't remember the exact wording itself. I remember the general sentiment, but I don't remember the exact wording. But people have already decoded. I imagine the rebrand of Mackenzie's Neon in the early 2000s or late 90s. Yeah. That's where it fits. Back, welcome. So let's move this all the way up. And extrude this also up. Although it needs to come forward a little bit. Although honestly, we could probably just leave it there. It's fine. It's fine. It'll work. Extrude on the y-axis. Separate bone. That's not what I meant to do. Maybe split. There we go. Alright, is that in the center? It is not. Okay. This, get the global location of it. The y-axis. You're right, I know what to do. I can make it infinitely easier on myself than copying locations manually. Show... Why is there not a wireframe option? Come on now. I know you're lying to me. There is. There we go. Grab it on the x-axis, and then the y-axis, and then also on the z-axis. There we go. Nice. Rebrand, not neon. What's wrong? Yeah. I just posted my fan art. It's big. Hell yeah. We'll give it a little look-see after stream. Top 10 saddest anime deaths. Number 1, Bo. Naughty Laugh. Yeah. Let's try it. It'll be coming back in his proper episode. You'll see. Y on the Z. It's already on the X. And then extrude again. Not on the X. There we go. Cool. Lovely. Oh, back it was just a teaser to the Underpark video. Yeah, that's what I felt like it was. But yeah, finally made a cross art. Hell yeah. All right, let's see. I think we can make hips just go straight down. And then separate that. Or we should turn off snapping. And then extrude it, or just bring it down, honestly. Bring it down. And these don't have to be the most lined up because they're going to be solid anyway. But I do need to bring this forward a bit. Just a little bit of curve. Then we can add inverse kinematics. Hungry for meat. I'm gonna be making like meat spaghetti pretty soon, and that's gonna be pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. Keep offset. Okay. The top bit of a jaw can't move, so that'd be strange to animate, but we wouldn't need to. It would just work. Alright, so that's all that done. I think we need to do the actual body bits though now. Let's extrude. Let's bring this forward a bit. Extrude, extrude. Split. Bring this down. Lovely. Beautiful. And then one more, that should do it. This one, honestly, I don't think it needs to be connected. Yeah, let's just redo that one. Keep it in line with the rest of them. Delete selected bones. Yes, I'm sure. And then we'll just redo it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Parent the bone. There we go. Now we gotta go through and name them all. New character for Mackenzie. New character, but not for Mackenzie's. It's the IP address to Mackenzie and maybe your house. 9832475987631, I think, is the exact IP address. Is it weird that I think Wolfgang Alt F4ing himself after staring at the Raven for 5 seconds is funny? Honestly, no. If you find any part of my series funny, that's totally understandable. Especially considering, like, comedy and art are... Or not comedy and art. Comedy and horror are two sides of the same coin. The recipe that makes something scary is the same recipe that makes it funny. Oh my god, he actually gave me his IP address. Yeah, just plug that in real quick. Definitely didn't just make up a bunch of numbers. Oh yeah, we need to make eye stuff. Duh. It's gonna be asymmetrical, but honestly it won't matter. We just won't make a parent bone for both of them. And we'll just make this. What is the location of all this? Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Okay, so going good so far. And then copy. And paste. That... Are we sure about that? That can't be right. No, that's a lie. You're lying to me. I've been lied to. I've been bean boozled. Does it change depending on... Doesn't. What does it mean then? Alright, whatever. This is annoying. I hate this. I hate everything it stands for. How about you? Can I get proper height values from you? What about this? Oh, it says this is the right height. Oh, wait, is it because I'm a idiot? Potentially? Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's because it's world height. Hold on. Set, snap. Cursor to world origin. Set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. And then now if we plug it in, there we go. Now it's the right information. I'm a dingus. Hello, welcome, Joe. Oh no, I realized Belle has a lazy eye. Yeah, she got a little bit of a lazy eye. Used to play Substance 1, hell yeah. Hey, wait a minute, it doesn't even work. Tragic. Okay. Copy. Paste. Copy. I think this is probably still... The rest of this information is probably... Or, no, wait. Is it this? Oh, definitely ain't that. There we go. Okay. So that's working now. So we'll just copy and paste that. So that's looking forward. And we'll bring it back a little bit. And this will be the eye, so it'll be the bigger one. And then active element, I'll make this. And then we'll duplicate it and rotate it up a little bit. And that'll be the top lid. Duplicate it, rotate it down a little bit. That'll be the bottom lid. Alright, cool. And then we parent all that to the head. This is just lovely. Alright. One last question. Do you know who Joe is and not the Joe in the chat? You trying to Joe Mama me? You trying to hit me with a Joe Mama? The year of our Lord 2025? I know who Joe is. I'm Joe. I am Joe Mama. Why do these characters have sad things about them, but do the most silly, stupid things that make me giggle? Same things that make us smile, also make us cry. That's Big Smoke. And it's a true quote. Never been true. Alright, same things that make us laugh, make us cry. That's what it is. I.L. I lid top dot L. This is gonna be the most boring part of stream. I lid bottom dot L. Gotta do a lot of naming. Head. Torso. Hello. Welcome. We'll make this one pelvis. Pelvises. Maybe we can bring it a bit lower just for visual sake. Shouldn't affect the connection. Thigh.L. Let's just copy the .l because I'm going to be doing that a lot. In .l. Okay. Shoulder. .l. Bicep. .l. It's probably the second most monotonous part of 3D modeling. Because you just gotta go through, you gotta name all the bones. Is this thumb? I think it's a thumb. .001 .l or .000 .l. And then just copy that and tick it up by 1. Pointer .000 .l. Copy it. I think there's a mass renaming tool, but I don't remember what it is or how to use it, so you're stuck with this. Midfing .000 .l. And same thing here, but add 1. And then lastly, pinky. Pinky .000 .l. And pinky 001 .l. Can't wait for the MLL cosplays. Imagine. One day, it will happen. Alright, we need... Okay, wait. I'm realizing... I'm gonna make this a non-deform. Split it. Make it not deform. This is gonna be... all the fingers... Okay, yeah, we're gonna make all the fingers. We're gonna Alt P, clear parent, and then make it parented to this, which won't be a deform, but it'll work maybe. We'll see. And then Z, split. This is how we make an IK, which is potentially the most important thing that we can make in this rig. Lovely. Glink, true. And I'm still meaning one day to get a Lila TFTG or something. What is a TFTG? Someone explain to me. I might be out of the loop on this one. Hi Megla, I made a post tagging you. Did you see it? I'd have to check. I've gotten a decent couple of posts tagging me over the past while now. Let's make this hand IK.L. And then elbow, elbow IK.L. Alright, let's see if we can get this to work. Inverse, well, hold on, first let's, okay, that didn't really work, but we'll see. Inverse kinematics. Pole target. Let's do this and then this. Pole target is that, and it's that, and we rotate it 90 degrees. Alright, now when we move this, hypothetically, yeah, look at that. Well, hold on. We need to change the chain length to be 2. But now, look at that. It animates, and I don't have to work. Well, hold on, wait a minute. We might need to fix this. Hold on. Slightly buggy, but we kind of did it. Honestly, let's just make this hand. And let's duplicate it and scale it up and make this hand IK .L. And then we have to change what this is targeting. Hand ik.l. And this will work. And then we need to parent this. Wait. Parent this to this. And then also add a modifier to copy location to this bone. And then we just move it to the tail. There we go. Now we're golden. And if I rotate it, it still works. We're cooking. We're cooking with gas. So I'll make clay figures of Mackenzie's Learning Lodge. I think I saw that. That's pretty cool. Can we Google TG TF? I don't know what it means. Yeah, hold on, wait. You'll eventually find out. Yeah, hold on. Okay, let's. What was it? TFTG. Let's see. TFTG. Am I about to? TFTG meaning. Transcription factor and target genes. I don't think that's it. Thanks for the game. I don't think that's it either. The difference between TFTG and TG. What am I? I'm going down a rabbit hole. I'm on DeviantArt now. What is going on? They explain it, but it's gray text on a white background, which is impossible to read. I'm lost. Okay, it's transformation transgender. Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, TF. What? Dude, I'm a furry. I should know what TF means. What is this? What the hell? Yeah, okay. I got you. I understand now. Okay, let's see. We rotate. Yeah, so that's working. And then we can mirror it. And then that works that way. Okay. We're good. Took me however long I took to realize you didn't fall for my Joe Mama. It's a tragedy. A goddamn travesty. Megalofurry confirmed. Whoa, this is gonna do wonders for the lore. Yeah. Now you understand why I have so much time dedicated to being able to make animal people creatures. Let's move this forward. X split G X Knee. That's what or knee. How can you pronounce knee with the K? I don't know. We'll just go with knee. Knee. IK. The Knights who say Knee. .L. Can we get the clay figures shown on stream? I would have to go through a back catalog and look for them. But I shall do my best. Knee, and then we'll make a fake foot. This doesn't do anything for deformation, but we'll make it. Also, I was looking at the old Gage model, and I realized he looks like the shark statue at the bottom of a swimming camp lake. So is that his inspiration at the time before he got rebranded? Indeed it was. Yeah, it's like a lake in Switzerland? It's somewhere up there at the bottom of a lake. But yeah, that is the inspiration. Of 2 number 9s and 2 number 6s. Hell yeah. Actually, might as well call the bat Joe for Joe Mama. Hell yeah. We'll make this foot. Or we'll just call it fake foot because we don't have a foot. Fake foot, not for foot. And then duplicate it, scale it up. This is disconnected, and we'll make that foot. IK. .L. I also need to make the other option .L. And then same up here, right? No, I already did it because I'm a genius. Okay. We're looking good. I think. Okay, that one's connected. Alright, good. Although actually, hold on, wait. Don't we make this parented to that? If I remember correctly? Yeah, that's the move. Alright, and then we do IK again. Target. bone, foot IK, target, knee. Oh lord. Lordy Lou. 180? There we go. Whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Alt P, clear parent. There we go. So this can just go where it pleases. And then copy location, object, make it the shin 100. I don't know why I did that. There's no bone for this, but you know what? I'm just so used to it. I've got this locked down. If there's a Megla stream with no hell yeah, I ain't watching that shit. Hell yeah. I mean, I feel called out. I genuinely didn't say hell yeah as like a yeah, encouraging to me. That was my instinctual response. So hell yeah, I guess. Okay, gotta go, so keep the stream going for at least 45 minutes. I can't promise that, but I'll try my best. Okay. This is all looking good. No deform. We don't want to deform. No deform. And no deform. Alright, good. Does this have deform? This has deform. Get out of here. We don't want deform. Not on that, anyway. No deform there. Maybe this one does deform. We'll make that deform. That should be fine. That'll work. I don't know why it wouldn't. What are you? I didn't make you. Get deleted. Yes, go away. There's a little tiny mystery bone. Don't know what that was about. Alright, and if all goes well, watch this. Armature! Symmetrize. That's not, hold on. Oh no. Oh no, it doesn't do it on... Hold on a moment. I have to fix it. 1 second. Rotate. Let's make this 3D cursor to world origin. Rotate Z 90 degrees, just to symmetrize. Lovely, and then we rotate it negative 90 degrees. There we go. We're back. Now it works. We're good. Burger and fries. Dude, I want a burger and fries so bad right now. What happened? If not, I will. How long do timeouts last for? I don't know what we're talking about. Don't forget my fan art. I will not. I will look at your fan art. I will look at several fan art. Everybody scream at me when the stream's ending to look at fan art, because maybe I'll forget, but I promise I won't. I'll try not to. Hope we get another funny animatronic restaurant series. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. True. Alright. First of all, let's see how well this pairs with just the base mesh. Parent with automatic weights. How did it do? Let's see. Nope. That wasn't right. Oh, wait, this wasn't labeled .l. Hold on. Undo. We found an error. And ik.l. No, it should have been. Why didn't it work? Was it just because hand? Hand. That's what it was. .l. That makes sense. Hold on. Alright, so now we have to... Nope. Rotate on the z-axis, 90, mesh, or armature, symmetrize, undo, rotate z minus 90. There we go. Alright, now does it work? Parent. Automatic. Okay. That's looking pretty automated to me, if I'm being honest. Let's move this down a bit. Lovely. And if we mirror it, I don't want to see wireframe anymore. And if we mirror it, wait, hold on. There we go. Them hands are moving. Lovely. That's beautiful. If not, I'll leak your IP address. That's fair. MLO reminds me of the old design of Shrek. I can kind of see it. That makes sense. I had a funny idea of Bo doing the bite of 83 as an April Fool's joke. Yeah. I should do that. Cryphobia, are you saying you're going to leak his IP address? If so, I'm doing it, not you. Well, now we have a battle of evil going on here. Avast tried to beat you to the punch, but Avast doesn't get recorded by OBS, so... If we get another April Fool's, every year I'm going to do an April Fool's. Or at least I'm going to try. Okay. So that's working. Is this working? Oh boy, not really. I see the problem. Hold on. Parent. Keep offset. Alright, now it's working. There we go. That works. And shoulders. Lovely. You might need to do a little bit of custom weight painting on the shoulders, but I'm fine with it. Oh yeah, wait, these... that doesn't look right. What does that look like rendered? Oh. Okay, so there's a slight problem. I've deduced. Should probably fix it. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm in pose mode. Hold on. All of this, I don't want vertex groups. Delete them. Fix. Alright, cool. Now let's go back to the mesh. Let's scale all of these on the y-axis to 0. Scale y 0. Nope, that's okay. Well, whatever. Scale y 0. It'll probably just work if I do it on both sides anyway. Okay, those are dead on. Select all of these. Go to bones, deform, no. Copy to selected. Now, none of them deform. We're good. His IP address is 12345678990. That's messed up. Why would you just post that, man? Halloween special? Hell yeah, I'd love to do a Halloween special. One idea that I have is I'd want to make, like, Silent Hill monsters, but if they were, like, my monsters. Like, you know how the whole thing with Silent Hill is you go to Silent Hill, and it, like, expresses your demons in physical form? I'd want to make a video that's my Silent Hill demons. That could be a cool idea. New April Fool's concept, evil milkshake machine? Hell yeah. It's a snout now. Yeah. Alright, let's see. So these are no longer going to deform, so if we parent, yet again, with automatic weights, it should just work. Now if I rotate the head, it's looking good. And the eyes follow, and if I move the eyes, nothing happens. Good. It's exactly the way we want it to be. Alright, and then... if I move these, they don't do anything, which is good. We don't want it to do anything just yet. Although we want to parent it to this. So if I rotate that, that rotates, and then I can swing the hips back and forth. Lovely! So now we just need to manually add all of the other bits, although I should parent these manually. Oh god, undo. Apply, join, let's redo this. Wait, no. Control, no. Blender, listen to me. Parent, with automatic weights, do it. Do the roar. Then pose. There we go. Now the brows follow. And I should actually probably make this also part of it. Ugh. Although maybe I could just do it separately. Let's see. Hold on. Parent with automatic weights. Let's just see what happens. Why not? Alright, will there be clipping issues? I predict yes, but let's see. Oh. Oh wait, the particles are being rendered afterward. Hold on, I'll fix that. Armature before particles. Particles come after. And also let's make the particles in the viewport smaller just for performance. Display 10. There we go. Alright. Let's see how it pose. Oh. Lovely, that follows not perfectly. It's doing a little weird thing with the neck, but it's following goodly. Very much goodly, for the most part. We can touch up those other areas later. Evil alert? Is there an evil off going on in chat right now? What do you mean, Cryphobia? You can't be more evil than me. I am literally just posted his IP address. That's the worst thing you could do on the internet. That's true. That's pretty bad. I'm gonna fumigate my walls. That's wild. Okay, so that all just kind of follows. I mean, it's not perfect, but it follows. I'll have to do manual weight painting. Why is that happening? What even happened to cause that? Wait a minute. What are you doing? I don't even... What? Why does that do that? That doesn't make any kind of sense. Hold on. Hold the phone. Delete armature. Delete all groups. Alright, so it's back to normal. And then we parent with automatic weights. And it does that. That's strange. I don't like it. I don't know how to 3D model yet, and I need to make a 3D model for my analog horror monster, and I want to know if I'm moving way too fast for starting at analog horror. I mean, that's what I did. But to be fair, what I did first, and what I recommend to anybody who's starting out, the best thing you can do is just make a bunch of nothing projects first that don't actually go up anywhere. You know, so I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna make a table. Okay, I made a table. Oh, I'll make like a little chibi guy and try and rig him. Okay, well then I'll do that. And you just kind of work on one element at a time, and then eventually, once you're confident enough, you can start work on a project. I tried Googling it and didn't even give me anything. It just gave me an app that cost money that I can't get because I'm literally broke. What I'd recommend, start with Blender. And there's a YouTuber called The Blender Guru, and he has a tutorial. A lot of you have probably heard about it since it's infamous by this point. It's the donut tutorial. And if you follow the donut tutorial, that'll get you pretty far. Not gonna lie. And then from there, you just kind of try and do something, and if you don't know how to do it, you Google that specific thing. So if you're like, oh, I want to rig a character. I don't know how to do that. You Google how to rig a character in Blender, you know, and you kind of go from there. And then you make little projects that teach you single things, and then you apply all that into one big super project. Son has got his hat on. Hip hip hooray. Hell yeah. Okay, I don't know why parenting this to this causes it to go silly mode, but you know, I'll just leave it for now because I don't know why it's behaving dumb. No, because I can't just leave it because I need to get it to work. It's parent with automatic weights. Why? Why does doing that do that? Is it the legs? Are the legs doing it? I don't know why it would be. Oh, it is. Kind of? Oh, wait, yeah, wait, what's going on here? Hold up a moment. What are you doing, legs? Okay, let's see if I can rectify this. Ah, wait a minute, that's not rotating at all. 180. Not 190, 180. Okay, that solves that completely. Nice. Okay, what, does it also not do it here then? No, it does do it here. Although maybe it's not entirely in line. Okay, there we go. That's more in line. So 54 degrees is the move, then? I don't know why it would be, considering it's pretty in line over here. Alright, well, either way, if it works, it works. We'll leave it. I figured it out. And then I can manually weight paint later, and, you know, it'll all work itself out. Alright, so that's those bits done then. Which leaves what else? Oh yeah, I need to make the hair come after the rig. Armature, after hair, or before. Okay, so that just leaves all the rest of this. So I can hide all of this stuff then, for now. Just focus on these bits. Select everything, everywhere, all at once. Great movie, by the way. I'd highly recommend you watch it if you have not. Select, 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 select everything. Select it all. And then, or wait, I don't have everything selected. Let's hide the armature for now. Everything, everything, everything. 350 XP, I'm so evil, I can't be beat. 375 XP, I can't be beat, hell yeah. Topping them leaderboards. Some people say there's no need for competition when it comes to just casually chatting, but you know, in today's fast-paced world, everything needs to be a competition. You're not allowed to relax, okay? If you thought you were, that was wrong of you. Do better. Let's go with empty groups. That'll be good. Gotta go try and find advice on how to start 3D modeling. Good. Yeah, I'd say Blender Guru's donut tutorial, not a bad place to start. It's where I started, and I got confused and I left it, and then I came back to it and I did it, and it taught me a lot more. Okay. Now we just need to do vertex groups. Add all of this to torso. Assign. Okay, that one's done. Add all of this to head. Notice how second place and third place are dead. I killerized them. That's crazy. You're going rogue. You need to be controlled. Head, assign. Head, assign. Assign. I should probably apply these modifiers. Alright. This is where we get unique lid. Really? Eye. No, nothing? Are we being silly here? Oh, it's because it's not a deformer now. That's a little rough. Okay, well, what's it called then? I'll make it manually. New. I.L. And then if I move it, does it move? Nope. It don't. Okay, hold on. Okay, what I need to do now is I need to go back and say psych for these bones. And make them deform. Because I made them not deform for the base mesh, but now they need to deform. Copy to selected. Lovely. And now we go back to the eyes in particular. And we select them, we parent them. There we go. Parent with empty groups. Lovely. I quickly rewatched Underpark and I forgot my goat Gage getting mauled by the main character's protection makes him a real, yeah. Yeah, Gage is, how do you say, a goat? For sure. Alright. eye left, assign. Eyelid top, dot left, assign. Eyelid bottom. Okay, this one didn't get added for some reason. Oh, stop. Parent with empty groups. There we go. Eyelid bottom dot L. I R. I top dot R and I bottom dot R. Lovely. Let's see how this works. It works well. Ish. Yeah, works well enough. And then rotate this in funny ways. Maybe don't rotate it too much. It's not quite working the way that I would have liked. Hold on. How do we get this to work? Where is it off on? It's off on the y-axis, I think. And the y-axis. Hold on. Is it G, Y? Yeah, okay. Copy. Move it. Move it. Move it. Move it. Move it. Lovely. I like to move it. Move it. Okay. And so then I presume that this is just the inverse. Lovely. Alright, and we're set. We're good. Megla would never ban me. Yeah. I also suspect you would never give me a reason to ban you. You're banned like Case. You know I'm in his walls? Damn. I'm on a upper floor. You're standing tall outside my wall. I'm in his brain. I'm like the evil voice on his shoulder telling him to pet his dog. Yeah. Speaking of, Coda, are you good? She's napping. She's napping. I can't pet her right now. You need to let sleeping dogs lie or something. I think that's a saying. Trust me, bro. It's a saying. Alright, now that's working. How does it look rendered? Let's get rid of that. Let's hide that. Oh boy. Lovely. Beautiful. Yup. That's looking about right. You love to see it. Alright, let's reset all that. Alright, so that means the head's done, right? Nope. Just kidding. I lied to you. Just to keep you on your toes. Parent with empty groups. Head. Now it's done. Kinda. Why is it doing that? What are you doing, head? Why are you being the way that you are? Can we get rid of everything but head? Yeah. Get rid of everything but head. Delete, 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 delete. Get rid of all of it. This is gonna take a minute. What the dog doing? The dog is sleeping. She's brain dead, yeah. No jaw, how's she gonna eat her veggies? She can't. It's her curse. Oh, it deleted. Well, I don't. Why does the invert function even exist anyway then? Alright. Head. Or no, I need to make it. Head. Assign. Maybe that'll do it. Maybe Blender's just stupid and I hate it and it's dumb. There we go. Now it works. Alright. That works about how I'd expect it to. And then these still turn around and spinny and do their thing. Lovely. Little eye twitch. Question, is Belle a fruit bat or a vampire bat? I think she's like a ghost bat, if I remember correctly. But then we changed her purple, so now she can't be a ghost bat. I think she's a vampire bat now. She's evolved. Pose. So that's wrong, but we can make it right. Forearm. Oh wait, hold on. Forearm.l. Forum. There we go. Assign, and then .r. Assign. Lovely. Okay, we need to do left and right here too. Oh wait, I'm stupid. This one's forearm. I got backwards. Because we're supposed to bicep. No, wait. No. Wait. What? Oh, I made the shoulder. Okay. Well, I can go back and fix that. Forearm.l. Forearm.r. And then we go back and unassign, move this for both, and then we fix it. Bicep, not bicep. Oh my god, You can tell. How long has it been? An hour 42 minutes? Yeah, I can tell. I'm starting to lose it. I'm starting to make such stupid mistakes. Do you have an account somewhere, Cryo? I'd like to follow you and see more of your art. Yeah, self-promo yourself. Go for it. I'll let you break the rule once if you want. If she's a vampire bat now, don't let her near your cows. Yeah. We actually have bats around where I'm at, and they're scary because they'll like dive bomb you at night, and it's not fun. And you have to swat away a bat or go inside, preferably. Shoulder.l. Assign. Shoulder.r. Nope. Alright, cool. And now we select all of it and remove it from all the shoulders and all the forearms. And we make it bicep because I got it completely wrong. So bicep.l and bicep.r. Lovely. And this is the forearm. Forearm.l. And I don't think we have a forearm.r. Yeah, we don't need one. Okay. How's that looking then? If we rotate the torso. That's moving correctically. Lovely. And then if I bring back the plane, does any of it... Or no, not this. Where's the... Is it in here? Probably. If I bring this back, does it move correct? Yeah, and there's no clipping. It's wonderful. Lovely. It's like it's an actual animatronic. Look at that. It's beautiful. Post on YouTube? Indeed they do. You're gonna give Belle her roller skates? I'm lazy. That'd be too much work to do at this point. So my headcanon is she's one of those stationary animatronics, but she ripped her feet up to walk around. She went against her programming. She's gone rogue. Alright, I think that should be good. We just need to do feet now, right? Yeah. Object. Select all that. parent with empty groups. Hips. No. What are they called then? What did I name you? Pelvis. I should have just named it hips. Hips is much more intuitive. Pelvis. No, pelvis. Belle felt silly, became evil bat. True. She grew beyond her programming. Yeah, she's the first AI. Select all that. Pelvis. Lovely. Thigh.L assign. Thigh.R assign. Shin.L assign and shin.R assign. Lovely. Since we're on shin, we'll assign it here too. Lovely. What? Oh, alt type. There we go. Didn't want a favorite. There we go. L, there we go. Thigh! Again. Thigh.L and thigh.R. And that should do it. Alt-H. And now, if everything's working as it should, this will, and I'll set up this window so I can see it without the rig easier. This should be everything. Oh, it's not working proper. Hold on. Let me fix that real quick. Hold on. How do I fix that? Well, I know how to do this one. Shin.R, shin.L assign. Why is it just not doing it the way I want it to at all? Hold on. I think we have to do another funny copy, and we're just gonna delete all groups and then make a new one and name it shin.L and then select it. Oh god, I didn't mean to. Ah. Okay, we're reparenting it with empty groups. I did it wrongly. Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry for leaking your IP address. I didn't know I was gonna be back so quickly. That's tragic. We're just spamming it #1. No spam! Not allowed. It's against the rules. Okay, let's try again. Hold on. Shin.L. Shin.R. Thigh.L. Thigh.R. Try again. Let's see. There we go. Now it works. I don't know what I did wrong last time, but it's corrected now. Now she can boot, scoot, and boogie. Lovely. Okay, so now we just need to fix this issue here. P. Connected. Nope. Maybe copy location of this bone. Let me make it at the head. Alright, and then that way. Lovely. Now she can dance. Lovely. Beautiful. And if I move that, it kind of works a little bit. We need to bring these down a lot more. Lovely. This somewhat works a little bit, kind of. It's a little buggy in other ways, but it mostly works, and that's all that we're going for on this stream. Then if I parent this, with automatic weights. That will mean the wings should work too. Yes, they do. Kind of. A little bit. Somewhat. Enough to matter. Jazz hands. Lovely. I think that's it. Is that everything? Did we just do it? Did we just complete a model? I mean, we didn't complete it because there's still more weight painting that I need to do, but I'm like an hour 50 in and I want to make spaghetti if I'm being honest. We need to make this a disco ball though. That's important. My dog's having a dream. Can you hear it? Let me see. I'm gonna bring the microphone to her. She has dream thoughts. Oh, she woke up. Tragic. I guess you'll never hear. Alright. We'll make this a disco ball. Alright. One more material. We'll make it shiny and metallic. And it's a disco ball. Beautiful. And that's that. I think that's a wrap. Beautiful. I'll touch up the weight painting and make a couple posters with it eventually. Probably post those to the community tab. And then also make her into a little doll for the UI setup. Other than that, I think we did it, guys. I think we won. This is a fun project, though. I will definitely have to learn a bit more about weight painting to get this all corrected, but once I do, it should be perfect. I love her. All right, it's the end of stream, which means I need to look at fan arts things. So I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Yippee, Bella's consumable. Yeah, we're gonna turn her into a marketable plushie. Yeah, we did it. We did it. I'm so glad I've contributed to this, even if minorly. Hell yeah. All of you helped. Alright, smile guy. Let's see. Go to channel. What have you got for us today? Let me make it into its own separate tab, and I'll just bring you out over here. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Alright. Let's see. We got a snapping turtle. Look at that. It's beautiful. Tank the snapping turtle. I heart food. Get hungry. Oh yeah, because he bit himself. And he's giant. That's a pretty big animatronic. I'm there for it. Repost. Lovely art from stream today. Post. Everyone like it, or else you're evil. And not in the good way, in the bad way. Was that bat you were making for Mackenzie's Learning Lodge spinoff? It is not. It's its own thing. Hey, Belle gets a plush, but not Bo and Gage. You know how long I've been waiting for those. Yeah, if I ever can logistically make a plush, they will get plushes before Belle, probably. Don't forget Goofy's art. I did not. Need to scroll up to where Goofy last was so I can actually go to their channel. Where is Goofy? Way up. Way far up. Oh, then this person also said they made a post tagging me. Let's see if it's relevant to stream or not. I don't see the post that they made. Alright, so I'll check for Goofy now. Goofy, where art thou? I have to scroll up so far. I don't see Goofy. Oh, there we go, Goofy. Go to channel. Let's see. I'm also not seeing... there's those drawings, but those are older. From way back when. I'm also not seeing those fan arts, so... If you're here, post again in YouTube chat. let me know. But either way. Am I allowed to spam to make it to first place in chat? No, it's against the rules. I'm late. Well, you're also at the end of stream, tragically. I wasn't talking to you, correct what I was talking about. Well, they were right, so you should listen. Get wrecked. Alright. Couldn't find if there was another art piece on their page, but either way, there's the end of stream. We have 5 minutes before it makes 2 hours. So I think I'm gonna end it there. After having completed Bell, I think that's a pretty reasonable place to leave it. I'm not going to be here for next Saturday, because again, as I said, I'm going to have the other half of my teeth ripped out. But I will hopefully be back the Saturday after that, and if I'm still recovering and I don't come back on, then the Saturday after that. But it will give me plenty of time to work on more renders for Mackenzie's, so that'll be exciting. And yeah, that's about all I got. It's been a good stream. Appreciate you guys coming out, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.